What is up, apes and apettes? I hope you all are having a good day and enjoying these gains from AMC and GameStop. I just checking in to touch base on a couple things with you all real quick. Um, for those of you who follow me on Facebook, you know that on November 23rd, I actually predicted on December 18th that we would possibly see the short squeeze due to the lunar cycles, because Wall Street often follows lunar cycles, which is why I predicted that. Obviously, that was a mistake. I meant December 17th because December 18th is on Saturday. So that couldn't happen on Saturday. So simple mistake anyways. We obviously didn't see the short squeeze. There was no MOAS today, but we did see some really great price action. That was really bullish, especially on AMC, which is actually my largest position right now. So I was really pleased with that. At the end of the day, though it's bullish, is it a positive or a negative? There's a couple ways to look at that. It's positive in the sense that we're moving up. The question is, come Monday, the question is who's buying in. Come Monday, are shorts the one buying in? Are they going to sell to try to discourage apes? Is it going to keep going up? Shorts still haven't covered. When are shorts going to cover? That is the question. I'll be 100% honest with you. In my opinion, of course, I will say this. Like it for anyone who hasn't been watching, I predicted the AMC dip to $27 the day before it happened, and I predicted the GameStop dip to $150. And in short, I don't want to take 20 minutes naming all the predictions I've made lately, but if you want to follow me on Facebook, it's Jason McCutcheon, McCutcheon. That's where I put most of my predictions. As a single parent, I just don't have time to plug my videos, though I do follow a lot of stocks and cryptos, and I keep up with fundamentals and positive and negative catalysts driving the price action. Anyhow, now I've kind of lost track trying to cover so much. Anyhow, the point is this. I would have liked, personally, even though I doubled up at $27, and the lower the price keeps going, I just keep getting more shares. I had suggested $27 put options before the price fell, and anyone who got those, it paid off well. Of course, being that you sold them when the price dropped to around $22. Anyhow, I'll be honest with you, even though I have a very large holding in AMC, my hope was kind of that we would just go on down to get this over with so the shorts would cover. Obviously, I didn't want apes to sell. I know that sounds like a kind of contradictory statement, and my point is this. If we keep pushing up higher, how high can we go? I said not too long ago that I felt that the shorts may push the price up to X amount just to filter out apes and get enough apes to sell that are tired of holding, just so when the shorts start selling their positions again, obviously they'll make money on their shares they're buying as well, but that way when they do push the price back down, they filter out a lot of apes that are tired of holding, and they can push the price back down much lower, possibly to $13. And again, the last thing I'm trying to do is spread fear or FUD. All I'm trying to say is this. Today, it's common sense, obviously. Today wasn't the short squeeze. It wasn't the MOAS. All I'm trying to say is this. This doesn't mean we're on a straight path up from here. Okay? We could easily still go down to the lower support levels of around 1976, whatever, $19-20, okay? If they keep pushing the price up and they're able to filter out apes by doing this, we've seen how many apes they filtered out last time just by getting the price up a little bit and pushing it down to 22. So all I'm saying is this: be prepared, not surprised. Foresight is crucial, and proper planning prevents poor performance. If they can get the price down below this 19 crucial support level of $19-20, and let's say they do get it down here to 13, all I'm saying is this: if there's a fearful reaction to those dips, and I'll be honest with you, I do see strong support if it gets to the $19-20 level, okay? But all I'm saying is this, and this is what I call a kangaroo market right now. The more people, and I'm not suggesting you don't buy and don't hold, okay? But the more people just, keep buying, and we're just going to keep seeing this. Shorts, in my opinion, they're not going to cover until the price gets down much lower. So, although this is bullish in one sense, and another sense, in my opinion, you could say it's bearish because it's just prolonging getting the price down low enough where shorts will cover. So anyhow, if they can get it down past these crucial support levels of $19-20 and get it down to 13, all I'm saying is this: if there's a fearful reaction to that, they could get it to 9, and if there's a fearful reaction to that, they can get it to 6. All I want to say is this: there's no reason to panic. Obviously, the chart has shown that many apes have panics. Not many. Some apes have panic sold in AMC and GameStop at some points. The ones that didn't sell up here had sold down here. Don't ever be one of those apes. Never panic sell, okay? All I'm saying is this: the lower it goes, the closer we are to the MOAS. That's all I'm saying. And that's what we all want. We don't want to stretch and drag this out. Regardless, at the end of the day, keep your conviction. Remember why you got in this stock. Remember the sentiment. Remember the community. And, keep your focus. Like I always say, keep your laser beam focus. Strategize. Focus. Plan. Persevere. Keep your dedication. Stay determined. If you have never lost a lot of money, I've been doing this a long time, but if you've never lost tens of $1,000s, you don't understand the psychological effects of that. But they aren't pretty, and people that get too greedy or get too fearful or just get too emotional, period, you can lose a lot of money. And if you do end up selling and it blasts off without you, like I've said before, can you deal with the psychological effects of that? Understand that disappointment, pain is the high cost of personal growth, okay? You have to understand that this play, it takes patience. It takes conviction. I know a lot of you have been in it for a long time, and the point I'm leading up to is this: what is your exit strategy? I know people are holding till $500,000, and there's people holding till $50,000. I'll be straight up with you. I don't think that's a good idea. You have to understand that the same FOMO that creates the spikes creates the dips. So whenever we do short squeeze, whether it goes to 300 dips and 400 or however exactly this plays out, whether the data suggests 10,000, 12,000, all I can do is tell you my plan. And my plan is to sell approximately 90% at $400, put a great deal of that in put options. I feel strongly that AMC from approximately $400 is going to rapidly dip down to $50, and I think from there it will slowly consolidate down fairly low. I'm thinking easily down. Well, I'm not even going to throw out numbers at this point. I'll address that later. There's just no reason to get into those numbers at this moment. But the point is, I think AMC will be, due to the money raised from the short squeeze, will be added to the Russell 1000 index, and due to that news, I think that will be a catalyst that sends AMC up again, and then we can be looking at $1,000 a share. Again, it's just, this is a process. It's not going to just shoot straight up to the moon, okay? You can't expect people to pay. Again, the price, yes, it is psychological, but you can't tell me that people that don't want to pay one day, $35 for a stock, the next week or month are going to pay thousands of dollars for a stock. Keep your conviction. I don't want anybody to come to me and say, hey, you gave me bad advice. This is not financial advice. Trade and invest at your own risk. I'm just telling you, I've done this for a long time. I make a lot of accurate price predictions. I do think that AMC and GameStop are somewhat of a safe haven in a market crash. I think we are headed toward a market crash and a crypto winter, just as I said. I think when the experts were saying Bitcoin's going to 70,000, I've been sticking to Bitcoin is going to $42,000, and I can't remember the guy's name, the company he's with, but he just came out yesterday. You can Google it if you want to know. It doesn't really matter, but he just changed his mind. Bitcoin's not going to 70,000. I've been predicting 42,000, and I stand by that price target. And I'll tell you why I'm bringing this up in a minute. It's all relevant. I've been predicting Ethereum would go to $3,000, while these YouTubers have been saying Ethereum will go to $10,000, okay? I've been doing this a long time. I know what I'm talking about. Most of these experts don't know what they're talking about in regard to making a critical analysis based on, economic factors and market volatility, all the conditions, whether you want to factor in the Omicron variant, the Fed's putting fear and FUD in the market due to inflation, the Evergrande default, which is another catalyst for AMC and GameStop as well. I'm not going to go into full detail on that right now because I don't want a super long video. Just know that that is a catalyst for AMC and GameStop as well. And we're in a good situation because as stocks and cryptos bleed, these shorts are going to be looking to put their money somewhere. They're going to want to make money with that money. They're going to put their money into AMC and GameStop, the stocks with a strong sentiment, the strong community. And that's going to be our payday. Essentially, they don't want to cover until the price gets as low as they can weasel it down to. So all you have to do is keep holding. Again, you don't want to be one of these people that freak out and panic sell. You want to keep emotions out of this. And you just want to be able to have an exit plan, know what you're doing, be able to step away from the screen, live your life, have a good Christmas with your family. Don't let this eat you up. I know other people that are invested in AMC. I know what it can do to people, and I obsess around the clock about this stuff. I do it full time. I research. I'm also a single parent and everything that goes with that. My point is this. Keep your convictions. Again, the price is psychological. You know what these shares are worth. I know what these shares are really worth. But also know what you're probably going to get for them at the same time, okay? And I am going to be covering a lot of other stocks and cryptos on here, but like I said, again, due to my limited amount of time to compile all of these different stocks and cryptos I follow on the videos, especially to the new traders, investors, there's a lot of amazing opportunities in different stocks and cryptos. I do cover on my Facebook, so feel free to follow me there. And I can't remember if I mentioned it on this video, but it's Jason McCutcheon, McCutcheon. And there I list a lot of not only accurate price targets, but also I cover the fundamentals, positive or if necessary negative catalysts driving the price action. But and I'll be covering those later. I'm not going to jumble those all into this one video. But I mentioned Bitcoin and Ethereum because you got to understand, while everything else is bleeding, this money, I believe, is going to funnel into AMC and GameStop. So the stock market crash is a good thing for us. That's why I was warning weeks back on Facebook about the megaphone pattern in the market. And I was warning in short. It was actually a very long post, a lot of details. But I'm just mentioning that one detail in short because I was warning people to consider, depending on your average cost in the stock and or crypto, get out of your position and consider buying in lower later. Okay, because I knew everything was about to majorly dip. More advice if anyone took it. It was very good advice. You could have taken your profits, bought in much lower. And I'm not bragging or anything like that. All I want to do is help people out. At the end of the day, I just want to see people have a smile on their face. I want to enhance people's lives and just help them to flourish, escape the wage life. And that's pretty much it. I just want to help people attain the most valuable asset of all, time, on their own terms. And just be happier. Money solves 90% of your problems, plain and simple. So I'm just trying to help people. That's why I don't foresee at any point doing the, if you join the Discord and pay extra, I'll actually give you the good advice there. I share everything on publicly on Facebook, and I'm going to continue to do that. And that's why I'm doing the videos on here, because Facebook doesn't reach a broad audience. But what's the difference between me and other YouTubers? Well, my plan is to do what I've been doing on Facebook and actually provide accurate price targets. Not just do the glitz and the glam. Welcome back, everyone. Tomorrow we are going to the moon. It's not about that. Did that stuff drive the price up? Probably so. But it also created a lot of expectations, and it's led to disappointment and panic selling. And I can tell you, because there's different YouTubers that I watch, there's been a lot of stuff they've suggested back here that is now way down here. And I'll tell you what, man, they, I don't see how they're not called out for it more, because the bottom line is they've costed people a lot more money than they've made them. And I can just tell you that because I've watched enough of them to see it. And I'm not knocking anyone at all. I'm really not. Do your thing, whatever. But all I'm saying is, I think it's important, if you're going to do this, to try to give people guidance that's going to make them money. Give them price targets, where to buy in and where to exit, and help people understand. And for example, when I was recommending the $27 put options, to mitigate risk, and people made money when they sold them down here around $22. And just good general advice, like, in any investment, you can mitigate your risk by buying put options. And that way, if your investment tanks at this level down here, wherever you feel it's going to go as lowest, you can sell it. You made some money. You mitigated your risk. There's just not a lot of really super great advice out there, in my opinion. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm not particularly a big fan of these videos. That's why I was just share things on Facebook, and a lot of that is just for me to go back and reference it later. And the other, most of it's to help others who want to get involved, and understand that most people don't even want to take the risk. Most people don't want to do this, but there's no big rewards without big risks, period. And I know people that have lost a lot of money doing this, and they give up and they quit. When I first started doing this, I tell you, I learned on my own. and I find it best to jump in head first and learn the hard way. And I know I'm kind of getting off the subject of AMC and GameStop, but I'm just kind of trying to address the new traders and investors. I'm doing what I wish someone would have told me when I started. But if you don't know what it feels like to lose tens and thousands of dollars, the point is you can use that as motivations. Motivation, as I say, let your mistakes be lessons and failures be opportunities. Fall forward. You don't fall back on anything. You fall forward, and you persevere. And I remember people telling me to give up. You need to give up. You need to just go back to what you were doing, and this is just too risky. I worked harder. I worked around the clock. You have to be relentless. You have to be ruthless. You have to never give up. I don't care how bad it gets, how bad it seems. You just work harder. And then I learned options trading. I'm talking about from the point when I was new. I learned how to read charts very effectively, and how to more efficiently trade. I learned how volatility relates to options. And most new traders, the reason they make a mistake, they buy here instead of understanding it's going to get down here and buy there. Anyhow, you got to do a lot of research. You have to work at this. If you're going to do this and do well, you got to treat it like a full-time job. And a lot of times people either sell too early and it blasts off, or they sell too late and then it dips. But like I said, I just want to help people do well. That's the only reason I do this. I don't need to make any money off of it, and I'm not looking to make any money off of it. I just hope I can help anyone who wants to help themselves, and I realize that most people don't. Most people have accepted the conditions they're in. They accept mediocrity, and they're happy with that, and that's fine. I respect and value everyone, no matter what you do, how much money you have, whatever. But for those that are hungry for more, and they have that drive and that ambition and that motivation to build wealth and build generational wealth, those that here's the thing, everyone has greatness in them, but very, very few believe in it. Or I'll say this, very few will do what it takes to manifest that greatness to where it materializes, and even less believe in it at all. But for those who do, I want to help you on your journey to getting there. And that's why I always suggest, and you have to be careful moving forward in this market, but that's why I generally suggest you want to diversify your investments in different types of stocks, companies, sectors, and cryptos. And you generally, I will say I have quite a bit in AMC and GameStop, but I'm just saying generally you do not want to just throw everything into just one or two or three things. And you have to know what's going on with the economy. You really have to understand the economy as well as the market. Like, for example, new people, you have to understand how the value of the US dollar inversely affects the market. And that's just one small example. But there's just a lot to know to become a successful trader and investor. And moving forward, I will be covering, like I said, different stocks and cryptos. There's just some amazing opportunities right now. So I do encourage you to follow me on Facebook. Leave any comments, questions. If you have any questions about anything that you're into, what price it might go to next, let me know, and I'll give you my best price prediction on that. But like I said, just as far as AMC and GameStop, just keep holding. Stay to your conviction. Remember why you got in the play. Remember the stock sentiment. Remember the community. We know the short interest. We know the failure to delivers. We know that Apes own the float. And we know we're going to get paid. So I just want you all to be prepared, so that no matter what happens moving forward, if this spike we see dips right back down so that you don't get discouraged and sell. As I mentioned, yes, I would like to see the price just go ahead and go down so I could buy way more lower and we could just get this freaking short squeeze over with. I admit that, but at the same time, I don't want to see you all sell and lose money or nothing to see that happen, okay? I'm just being honest with you of what I like to see, because all I'm saying is this: the more we see these ups and down, it's this kangaroo market. It's just stretching it out, and I've just been in this play for a long time. That's all, and I'm just ready to get back in you know I still have I still have lots of other plays going on, but I'm just ready to get up here in this play, get my puts, and just I'm not gonna get out of AMC ever, but I'm ready to get out of what I have and reestablish a new position, and just this is just this squeeze. It's just been ongoing for so long, but like I said, this rubber band, if it keeps going down and the tension's getting tighter, and it's soon gonna take off. So just be happy with what you've done. We've came a long way. Our holding is what got us here. So don't listen to anyone that says what's wrong with you for not selling here and making this and sold here. If you know what you're doing, you can always sell options along the way. And you don't even have to sell your shares to make money. So there are strategies like that to make money without selling your shares. Um, so with that being said, um, I hope you all have a great Christmas, and don't let any of this keep you stressed. I know what it's like. Like I said, I've been doing this a long time. I obsess about this all the time because I work around the clock. But you can't let it eat you up. You know what's coming. It takes patience.